So we're going to do a variation of Gomukasana, cow face pose, a shoulder opener. We're going to start by taking our outer hand around, and we're going to try to interlace at the wrists or come into a Ganesh grip, which looks like that. So we're locked on the back hand. Now we're going to bring our inside hand up and begin giving each other a little bit of press on the shoulders. We'll fold the upper arm down. Enjoy that nice stretch. As the pose progresses, we're going to straighten that upper arm again, and we'll bring our palms together. And we'll begin to split apart as we bring the arm back. And you can feel the tension in your own shoulder and your partner's. Make sure you don't go too far here. Yeah, that's great. So one of the things that allows you to bring the arm back is the actual leaning apart. From here, we're going to come down into Anahatasana, or puppy pose. Move our hips apart a little bit. So forehead comes to the floor. Your hips will be right over your knees. And we'll again take the outside arm and reach it through. And we want to make a connection, probably high on the arm. And we'll begin to roll apart. And rolling over that back shoulder. We'll begin to raise our legs. We're going to just find a way to prop our legs on each other's hips. So your arm will help stabilize your hair as you roll through the shoulder. How does that feel? And to come out of this, we'll release our legs and roll back together and come up. So we're going to do a little Thai massage now. So I'm going to come behind Dawn, and I'm going to work on her shoulders a little bit. So I'm going to start by coming down on one knee, and I'll actually prop her arm up on my other knee. I'm going to bring her back into that Gomukasana position. Her hand down, and I'll hang on to the forearm or upper arm and elbow, and I'm going to use this knee to stabilize her as I twist her. I'm also creating an axis for her to twist around. So now I'm going to bring her arm under, and I think I'll use this arm that you can see. So I'm going to bring it under. And I'm going to put my knee right in her hand. You doing that right? That's fine. Okay, so I'm just drawing her back a little bit over the hand, opening the shoulder. I'm going to release it. You can do this on both sides. But I'm going to come next into motorcycle, or the moonwalk. So I'm going to bring both of her arms. And she has a choice. She can either open her arms out or in, and I'm going to just ask her what feels the best to her. So I'm going to scoot back far enough that when I put my feet on her shoulder blades, I can gently draw her back over my feet. And I'm supporting myself through my own core, so I'm not curled and collapsed, but lifted up. And I'm going to begin to walk down her back. And I'm placing my feet on either side of her spine. Better not to put the pressure right on the bones, but on the paraspinal muscles on either side. I'll begin to rock her side to side a little bit. See, she can experiment with hanging her head forward and back. One thing that I think feels nice is to press right under the shoulder blades and up. And as you do this, talk to your partner. They'll let you know what feels good or doesn't feel good. So I'm going to release her. and have her come down on her back. Oh, I'm going to have her come into a forward fold actually to release her back since she just did a big back fold. And I'll give her some pressure on her sacrum. I'm going to walk up her spine while she's in this release position, just to help her release any muscle tension. She's a good rag doll. Good. So now I'm going to have her come down on her back. And the next series of things that we did are especially appropriate after flying. So I'm going to hang on to her legs. Actually, release your legs, I'll take care of it. Thank you. First order of business, to get the mat straight. So I'm going to hang on to her legs. And the first thing I'm going to do is give her a little bit of traction in the spine. We call this vacuum cleaner. So I'm just leaning away from her. And it's easier to pull her back, and then her body just rebounds away from me. It's a very slight motion. A massage for the sacrum. I can also swing legs gently side to side in the cradle of the pelvis here. And now I'm going to take her legs up a little farther. I'm feeling for tension in her hamstring. She's pretty loose this way, so I come pretty high. I'll rest her legs on my belly, and I'm going to use my forearms to lengthen her calves as I push the balls of her feet down. And I'm just listening with my body. When she starts to tighten, that tells me she might be at the edge of her stretch. I don't want to take her farther than that. So I'm going to separate her legs and put my knees between her legs so that I can move her legs like a big wheel of a bus. We call it bus driver. So I'm rotating from side to side. Keeping the motion smooth here and me being in charge of my own weight so that there's kind of a smooth action in her pelvis as she moves side to side. I'll come back to center, and I'm going to cross her lower legs and pin them under my knees on my lower legs. I'll give her another forward fold, so she's going to grasp my wrist and curl her head up so that her chin is tucked. I'm going to extend into a back bend here. And slowly I'll let her down, and I'm going to have her continue to curl her chin up so that her head doesn't hit the ground first. And we'll do the other side. So as I bring her legs up, I don't want to snap her knees. I'm going to grasp her ankles and bring her legs up over the pelvis rather than out at an angle. It's better for the knee mechanics. That way her knees open nice and gently, and I'll practice vacuum cleaner again. A little bit of swinging as I lower. I'm taking care of my back by bending my knees here. I'm going to bring her to the floor and pay a little attention to the feet. So I want to bring her knee and her ankle in line and point her feet like a ballerina, and then fold and flex her feet. And there's a point right under the ball of the foot that's a zen line. I'm going to just give her a little press there. It's nice to end with a little bit of energy sweeping and a little prayer for your partner. Namaste. Namaste. Cut it.